Good evening, Lissy Boys, and welcome back to my channel. I have a live-in-concert Sasha now. I love her so much. I just need her shirt and her boots, but she's so pretty. Anyway, that's not what this video is about. Actually, I have a 20th anniversary Jade. She had to be picked up from Target. I actually had to get my other relatives to go get her because I am sick. I don't know if it's COVID, though, because my parents won't take me to get a COVID test. Yeah. My parents are those kinds of people. But my mom got one and she has COVID, so most likely I do too. I would drive myself to go get a COVID test, but I don't have a driver's license, so it's fun. Ranting about my personal life aside, I have been quarantining, I've been staying home, but I wanted to review Jade real quick because I don't want to leave you guys hanging with no videos for too long, so let's review her. So here we have a look at her box. It is very shiny, just like Yasmin's was. And it of course says Jade up here. This is just a random clear plastic to cover the box because most likely when we remove it, it will only say Jade and will have nothing attached to it. Which is fine, I don't really care. As we can see, there is a free Bratz poster in there, so that's something to look forward to. We got the artworks down here where Yasmin looks kinda white. Her hair is blonde, which is kinda weird. If we turn the box around, we can see that it is even more reflective. And Jade's description is very long. Huh, I guess I got one of the international boxes. That's fun. Holy shit, it's written in so many languages! Dude, that's like 30 languages. I know it's not 30 languages. I am exaggerating for comedic effect. But like, oh my god. I didn't know the international boxes were so international. Like with Rainbow High and stuff like that, when you get an international package variant, it only says it in like 2, maybe 3 other languages. This is insane. That's cool. But anyway, it says, "Hi, my name is Jade. My fashion passion is clothes that are extreme and far out. My friends call me Cool Cat because I love cats and because I'm cool." And there's one of my hairs on the box again. Sorry guys, I'm shedding. I honestly don't really like Jade's second outfit, so I'm most likely just going to display her in the first. I don't know, I just don't really like it. Feels a little boring. But, Jade. I actually really like Jade. Can you tell? Here we have her barcode, and a bunch of other languages. So, let's get into it. Looking at her here, she looks really different from my other Jades. Like, here's a Jade with the paler skin tone. That seems to be what they were going for with the head, but then with the neck, she has, like, more of, like, this skin tone. Like, her body looks more reddish than, like, the head. I have a lot of Jades, specifically with this face. As I did with Yasmin, I cut into the side of the box, and I forgot to cut the bottom. Damn it. I forgot the top. My brain is very smooth. I cut into the full box, I bend it back with the might of Zeus, on all sides, and then... What are you stuck on now? After a lot of pain, agony even, Jade is free. And once again, her box is so reflective, it is blinding. Let's just get her out of there. Also, somebody asked why I always have to unbox things one-handed. My other hand is being used to hold the camera. You see how it shakes when I switch it? I don't have a tripod. So before I free her, I got her poster just because I want to see if it's any different from Yasmin's. I don't think it will be. Yeah, it's not. It's exactly the same. I would have liked if it was like a full art version of Jade. That would have been cool. There we go. Posters. Do you guys see what I mean yet, though? Like, her body looks really pinkish, and then her head looks really pale. It might just be, like, a slight thing, but, like, don't look at her blushed cheeks. Like, look at, like, her nose, and then compare that to the neck. Looks a little weird, right? Here is Jade with her box hair. Very, flat. It's a little annoying that they clipped the backpack to her shirt because it did screw up the shirt a little bit. I could buy a new one on AliExpress, but, like, people who don't know about AliExpress would just be stuck with a scuffed shirt. Also, her arms still don't, like, rest at her sides. Crip. Once again, though, the body is made of that matte material instead of the, like, shiny material. See how, like, this Jade, her neck, like, shines and actually, like, matches her body? Like, her head actually matches her body? Yeah, I don't know what they did with these ones. They're definitely interesting, though. Not that I hate it or anything. I am a Jade enjoyer, so I like having this doll. This low-key feels so stiff. I know that it's like meant to like be like denim, but it's like, okay, it bends. This feels very different from the original version. The original version was like this sheer see-through material, and this one's not as see-through. The only reason I can like compare that is because I remember what the original one looks like. I even have it around here somewhere. Let me go grab it. It's a little beat up because I had it when I was like a 5-year-old, but this is my original Jade'S top. See, it's made of like a much more sheer material. You can like see through it more. With this one though, it's sorry for putting my camera down. I know a lot of you hate when I do that. It's still pretty see-through, but for the most part, it's more opaque. It's definitely a very minor difference, though. Jade's pants are very long, covers her feet. This looks really funny, actually. She's got these, like, weird-looking bell-bottoms. Are we supposed to bend this part up? How do I style you? I feel like this looks worse, but we can at least see her feet now. Yeah, that's how I feel about it, too. You know, I'm a really big fan of the Owl House, and sometimes I like to think about how Ida's voice actress was also the voice of the Barbie ripoff / Birdine, aka the villain of the Bratz show and some of the movies. She still won't stand. Once again, the second pair of shoes are cased in half of a piece of plastic. But anyway, back to Jade. I think I'll try her second outfit on her just because I'm sure some of you want to see that. And I've been doing that in my other reviews lately with second outfits, so let's get into it. Yeah, update on switching her into her second outfit. Her pants are hard to get off, so I'm just not even gonna try because it's gonna be hard to get them back on. So instead, we're just gonna give her these back and pretend I didn't try to remove her pants. I didn't really test their posability, but they do the poses. You can't really do much with the arms, though, because their arms just don't want to, like, stay in unless you're, like, shoving them into something. You see how, like, the other dolls, like, their arms kind of rest by their sides? Compare that to these ones. Their arms don't really do that. There's, like, this awkward space all the time. They're always kind of, like, doing this, basically. This is as far down as their arms go. Then with the other dolls, their arms go all the way down to their sides. It actually touches their leg sides. It's a very small thing. It's just strange that MGA couldn't get their own doll's body right. Also, I don't know if it's just me, but Bratz hairbrushes have never worked for me. Like, these little pegs are just, like, too thick, you know? I prefer to use, like, one of the Rainbow High combs or even a Monster High brush, because there's a lot more space in it, and it actually goes through the hair. You know, like, it actually, like, goes all the way through and brushes. That's just what I think. But anyway, there's just about nothing else to go over with her. The only thing we really can do is put her next to Yasmin, and, yeah, that's about it. One thing I do really appreciate about these dolls, though, is that their hair is very, very soft. Like, Jade's hair doesn't even need to be washed. I usually have to condition my doll's hair. Like, all the dolls here, I've conditioned their hair. Except for this Yasmin. I still haven't untangled it. But usually, like, putting conditioner in your doll's hair, like, helps it a lot. But these dolls don't even need that help because their hair is already, like, perfect. It's just, like, Jade's hair is, like, slightly box hair-ish. But it'll go away. It'll be fine. I don't want to remove the ties holding her thing on. And even though I had a couple complaints here and there, these dolls really are nice for new collectors, you know? And overall, I really like the 20th anniversary Bratz. They're very nice. Very nice, even though Yasmin's kind of orange and Jade's head doesn't match her body. Makes her look like a bit of a fakie, but she's not a fakie, so MGA, what happened? Also, their heads pop off just as easily as they did before. The neck peg is white now instead of being the same skin tone as the doll. That's just a little fun fact for you guys. Seems that removing the head doesn't mess with the head's ability to stay facing forward, so that's nice. Also, I just want to say I like the way they changed Jade's screening. I don't have an original Jade to compare the screenings with, but I do like the changes that they made. They made her eyes look less big and bug-eyed-ish. But I would like to get an original Jade at some point. That'd be cool. Just because I used to have the original one. But anyway, all my rambling aside, thank you all so much for watching this video. And as always, I hope to see you in my next one. Bye! Imagination. Imagination, 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 imagine. Oh. I was just brushing her hair. I'm tripping. I need to go back to bed.